as you've seen, we took the David Brown down there and it's now set up on the beet chopper. We've got a load of beet here that, we have it a couple of weeks now and we haven't started to use it yet. We're feeding away at the potatoes, but I tipped the final load of potatoes this morning that we have here at the minute. We may have another load, hopefully, that we'll be able to call on, but yeah, we're going to start feeding the beet anyway, and it'll prolong the length of time that the potatoes will do. Start off just with a small amount of beet initially. Probably feed it like at three parts of potatoes to one part beet. So we'll see how it goes. It's the first time that we have used the chop off, and it hasn't worked that well. So we are back in business. Well, as you've seen, once we dropped the beet into it, it killed the David Brown. I had it set in the 1000 speed PTO, so it probably wasn't revving out that awfully hard, and it just died it and kind of killed it. So I had to restart it in 540, and it started okay, and we've chopped the bucket there now, and everything seems to be working all right. So we'll try another bucket into it and see how it goes. Power requirement looks like it's a little bit higher for the beet than it was for the potatoes. I could run it in 540, a little above ticking over for the potatoes, and it would never stay the tractor. So, but a bit of a learning process. Yeah, it's chopping it fine. I don't think I'll chop much more than that, because that'll probably take a couple of 3 days to use that up, and there's no point in having too much of it chopped. So we'll just get out and have a wee look at it and stop the tractor and see how it's chopping, or what it's chopping like. So it's chopping fairly nice. They are a little bit of lumps, kind of like normal sized potatoes, a lot of them. We could run it through a second time and chop it a little finer, but don't really see the point. Some of it, there it is there, I can see some of it is kind of better chopped than others, kind of the way you'd expected it would be. But yeah, not too bad. So that's really it. We'll start feeding it, and we'll see then what it comes out like in the feed. So just finished feeding for the evening, and we'll have a quick look at the feed and see if we can see any of the beet, which we can straight away. There's some bits of it there, but the larger bits, you can see they're hoovering them up there. You can actually see them hoovering them up there as they speak. Slightly different taste of them. You can see them shaking their heads there when they get the taste of it, but it's not stopping them from chewing away on it. Yeah, quite happy with how that has turned out. The bits are plenty small enough, you don't need them any finer. Like as I said earlier, you could run them through the chopper again, but look at it's not essential. I'm happy enough with the size it's at. Our beef bulls are continuing to do well. This here is our homebred stock, if you like. Yeah, these are, look at a lot of them could be slaughtered now at this stage, but we're going to let them lay on. They're not coming near their Bertas yet, the 24-month-old Bertas, so we're going to let them lay on for another while. What's the worst that can happen? And the price will drop more and we lose more money. These are the last of the these are the last of the reared calves from 2 years ago. These guys are coming near their Bertas, and these are an urgent enough batch that we need to kill. We had this old pen here booked in for this week, Booked a couple of weeks now. Thought they were all going to be slaughtered, and they were going on Tuesday. And as it turned out, on Monday evening we got a phone call to say that all that was going was 12. So we were left with the rest of them. Now we have killed the ones in danger of going over the birthdays this week and early next week. So we killed all those, and we're okay now for about, I suppose about 10 days before there's any more of them start reaching the 24-month-old birthdays. So we're hoping to get more of them killed next week, but there is no guarantees at the minute with how the thing is. It's hard to get cattle killed. Yeah, these are, as I say, these are all dairy bred stock, and their time is just done. They're not gonna put on any more weight anyway. So yeah, time to get them slaughtered. These here are younger cattle here. They're only up on full feed about 5 weeks. So they've got a bit of time to do yet. They'll be in until May. We're aiming to have these finished at the same time as our heifers. The heifers in the new cattle shed. So that's the plan, to have them all slaughtered at the same time. And then this pen here is some of the remaining reared calves as well. You can see all these guys here, the Frisian, all these guys with the white heads all down along here, and the guys in the back. Yeah, these are all the same batch. So these here are in the same boat as the other guys. They're all their time is done and they're just due for slaughter. They have a nice covering of flesh on them, and be interesting just to see what their average weight will be. But yeah, getting them killed is the issue. And like, when you can't get them killed now at this point, you're pumping feed into them and more expense into them that you don't really need to, because at this stage they have slowed down putting on weight. There's no doubt, like, their weight gain would be probably half what it was a few months back. So you're pumping money into them now and not getting the return out of it. On top of that, you also run the risk then of something happening to the animal. Maybe they start fighting, or when they get fit like this, then they start fighting and acting up, and you end up maybe with an animal with an injury or a casualty. Or also you can have maybe an animal that would have maybe a little heart issue or a defect, and when he gets to this weight, there's more pressure on his heart and he can drop dead. We lost one in the top pen last week from that very issue. He just dropped. So it's the first casualty we've had on a beef bull, I think it was in 3 years. So and that's what we're putting it down to, that just fit, should have been slaughtered, and we couldn't get them killed. But that's all part of farming. What is this guy at? What are you doing? But yeah, so that's how it is. Yeah, the beef job, and especially the bull beef, is fairly sick at the minute. But what do? We have them here, we have to feed them, and we have to try to get them slaughtered and see how we get on. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of a video. David Brown was involved in it today. I've had a lot of people asking about the Brown, and asking to do a little bit of a walk around, which I might actually do. I might actually do that maybe in the coming weeks. Dad's a bit of an expert on the Brown, so maybe I'll get him to be involved in it. See how that works out. I'll work on that. But anyway, that's it for now. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And yeah, as I say, we're going to try and keep the daily videos going until tomorrow. We'll get another video up tomorrow evening. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.